Hi girls and guys, thank you for joining us on the YouTube channel. I've got a Ford Ranger, the 3.2 5-cylinder, whatever it is. We have got a horrible task of doing the glow plugs. Now I've done glow plugs on these before. It's a while ago. There's a lot to remove, a lot of headache, a lot of stress, but that's what we're here for. This one struggles to start. It does not like starting in the cold. So we need to get to the glow plugs. Now the annoying thing is you can see said glow plugs in some places, but you just can't get to it. So it is inlet manifold off. Now that consists of removing the EGR pipe, removing all this stuff, and removing this out of the way. The trick with this is the more room, the better, because it is nasty. And I remember there's like a really annoying hidden 10mm and some fuel pipes that need to come off. So let's whip this inlet manifold off and get it. Well, let's just get to it, mate. There's nothing else we can do here. I don't want to do the job, not gonna lie. I have got my trusty stool close by because, well, I'm short. All right, so undone a boost pipe, got that out of the way. Undone a couple of connectors that were there. Now, I've undone the 2/8 for the EGR pipe. And then I've got my 10mm socket on there, so I want to get this off to get a little bit more room. So there's selection of 10s, 4 10mm, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's get this pipe out of the way so we can actually see what we're working with. And what's very annoying is for some reason, I keep getting my pocket hooked in here. That's going to annoy me today. Okay, the elbow is off. So okay, 4 10mm, which are up there. And then I just slid the EGR cooler pipe off. There's a bracket there, which is another 2 10mm that go on the end of that to hold the bracket in. So you got to undo the 2 10mm for that silver bracket with the pipes. Better seen around here. So them 2 10mm off, slide that bracket out of the way, and then undo these. One bolt is a pain, which is the bottom one. It's not that bad, but it's annoying. Considering how annoying this job is going to be, that one was about a 2 on the annoying factor. So that's all done. Now, try and get the inlet manifold off. Yay. So I feel like I'm missing something when I explain this. So obviously you've got the 4 10mm with the 2 on the top, the 2 8mm there, then there's another 10mm underneath which holds on that bracket there. And then obviously the 2 8mm are for the EGR pipe, and then obviously throttle body. So I think I missed that one out there. I really am trying to get more detailed as I do these videos because I don't want to miss anything. My earlier stuff was terrible. All right, well, undone a couple of fuel pipes up at the top, put a glove over the EGR valve pipe because that was just covering me. Now, I've got all of these out. Now, there is one 10mm. That one, I was undoing the EGR valve to get it out, and I stopped halfway, and I managed to get a little quarter ratchet in there to undo that 10mm deep inside. It is a proper pain, but it works and it's coming off, which is a result. Could this be another money-saving tip by Marco? So don't actually need to take the inlet manifold off, just loosen it. So far, 2, 3 I can easily get to, and if I keep moving the inlet manifold around and shaking it all about, I reckon I can do this without actually having to take the whole thing off, which saves me a lot of hassle because that EGR valve is being a bit of a el duatos would be the right word. So 2 glow plugs are loosened off, which makes me very, very happy. And they go to number 3, and number 4, and then number 5. I'll report on how we get on. I make myself laugh sometimes. I was all excited thinking, money saving tip by Marco, I can do it with the inner manifold still in place. Inner manifold's off because you just can't really. You just can't get the angle on the dangle. So I've had to remove this grey plug from this sensor here. I've also had to undo the fuel pressure, the fuel pressure regulator, or whatever this is at the end here. That had to undo the 2 bolts for the fuel rail to remove a bracket with the wiring underneath to get all the rest of it out. The plus side is, I can now get everything out. The other 2 glow plugs. This one's ready to come out. There we go. 4 down, 1 to go, and 1 inlet manifold off. How that come off, I'm not gonna lie, it would be easier with this pipe off, which I can do now. I couldn't get my fat hands to that earlier. I can't do it with the left hand, it's gotta be a right-handed. There you go. With that off, all of this frees up your space. It would have been a hell of a lot easier if I'd have done that before. So if you can get that one out, it does make your life easier. Not important, you can get it up and around. There's enough slack on the pipes, but yeah. We tried, innit? We do this thing. That's why I say tips and tricks. Sometimes they pay off. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe... not saying it. All right, we've got 5 fresh Bosch ones. By the way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are going to test these in a few minutes, just so to go, but I'm going to put some nice anti-seize compound on and chuck these 5 in quickly. Well, just had a look. Apparently, they're only 5 Newton meters tight. I always thought they were 15, but okay. I've done that. I'm just going to go round one more time by hand and just give them a little nip because I don't really like 5 Newton meters, but Bosch know better than me. So good news, the new ones are in, the wirings are on. These are 8 mils for the wiring at the top. That's all done. I've also put the bolts in for the EGR valve that I removed. So now that's all done, I'm going to have a quick intermission break because my torch is flat. That needs charging and might as well test the glow plugs. I'm having to do this down here. So I've got the glow plug attached to a jump pack. This is how I'm going to test it. So when you connect it up, this one I know works. So look, you get some sparks and then boom, glowing. And then drop it on the floor and you can just see it. Yeah, so once you drop it, it is still glowing red. You just move that out into the workshop because no one wants to get that put through their foot. So, got another one set up. No sparking. Dead. And we'll do another one straight away. So, the way I'm doing it is connecting it negatively there. Come on. And then just literally putting the positive to that again. Dead, no spark. That's 4 out of 5. We'll just do one more for good measure because, like I say, I'm waiting for my torch to charge up. So we're connected and no spark. That's it. So out of 5, we only had 1 good one. So when the owner watches this video, because I know he does watch the channel, he can actually see that it was one was dead. Although he believes me, in the diagnostic machine also told me that it was 1 to 4 that would fail. Well, I think it was 1 cylinder only worked, which proves the theory. So, coffee. Well, because I'm bored and I still don't have a torch, I just thought I'd chuck the inlet manifold in, and it went in first go, which makes me very, very happy. So I'm going to tighten it all up with the 10 millis on the drillies. And then put this in and then connect those bits up there, work my way this way. So fuel line, stuff like that. It is so much easier when you disconnect that. No, this one. When you disconnect that from there, so much easier. Everything just fits. Shockingly, isn't it? I know everyone's probably going, of course it does. Yeah, I know it does. All right, inlet manifold is all on. Just putting this back, then I'm gonna put that back. I've connected some stuff there, that needs to go. That plug is for the EGR valve. Human. Yes, that's in, brilliant. So yeah, inlet manifold's in and tight. I'm just putting this fuel pipe back in. I'd lost one of these, but it'd actually fallen down a gap there, which we managed to retrieve, which is nice. Now these are on, we're just gonna get them tightened up and then, yeah, just work our way forward basically. The fuel pipe union is 17 mil, just in case anyone needed to know. We're fast forwarding, so everything's all connected. Pipes are on, boost pipes are on, throttle body's on. I forgot it's plastic, they're quite flimsy, aren't they? That bracket's on, the bracket under there's on, battery's connected, everything's all good, ready to rumble. Now, just remember I did drop a torque socket, so I'm gonna find that before I start it up. She's fired up, which is all good. Just gonna take it for a little road test, make sure we've got no leaks. Right, been for a road test, just make sure everything's okay. Now, I did actually stop in the road test. I had a mini heart attack because I could hear this noise. Oh yeah, you can't hear it. But I could hear like a weird like static noise. Then realised the volume was on just enough for me to hear it and make me think there was a problem. So I had a small heart attack there. But once I turned the volume off, everything was fine. So this fix or repair daily is done.